Long before the world knew Dubai for its towering skyscrapers and lavish shopping malls, it was a modest settlement nestled along the banks of a saltwater creek. The city's story is not merely one of sudden oil wealth, but a far more intricate narrative of foresight, strategic risk-taking, and relentless reinvention. A surprising fact many overlook is that by the time oil was discovered in 1966, Dubai already had a vibrant, trade-oriented economy, built on a century of welcoming merchants and minimizing bureaucracy. This foundation of commerce, rather than oil itself, would prove the true seed of future prosperity. This essay will chart Dubai's remarkable transformation, tracing its journey from a community dependent on pearls and fishing to a diversified global economic powerhouse, guided by a clear, unwavering vision to outlast finite natural resources. The main theme, a deliberate transition away from resource dependency. Petroleum provided initial capital, but leaders recognized the windfall was temporary. Before the hum of supercars filled the streets, the dominant sound in Dubai was the gentle lapping of waves against the wooden hulls of dhows. Life was intimately tied to the rhythms of the sea. For centuries, the local economy rested on three key pillars: fishing, trade, and most importantly, pearl diving. The community was small and tightly knit, clustered around the natural inlet known as the Dubai Creek, the harbor and heart of the settlement. Houses were constructed from modest materials like palm fronds and coral stone, designed to offer respite from the relentless sun. Water was a precious commodity, and survival in the arid landscape required immense resilience, cooperation, and a deep understanding of the surrounding environment. The pearling industry was the most vital, yet most perilous, economic activity. For several months each year during the long, hot summer, a significant portion of the male population would set sail for the oyster beds of the Persian Gulf. Life on the pearling boats was incredibly arduous. Divers with nothing more than a nose clip and a basket would descend to the seabed repeatedly, holding their breath for minutes at a time in search of the lustrous gems. A single valuable pearl could sustain a family for a season, but the risks were immense. Drowning shark attacks. The debilitating effects of repeated deep dives were constant dangers. The traditional economy of Dubai, so heavily reliant on the pearling industry, faced a catastrophic collapse in the 1930s and 1940s. The invention of the cultured pearl in Japan decimated the global market for natural pearls, rendering the dangerous and labor-intensive work of Dubai's divers economically obsolete. This period brought immense hardship to the small emirate, forcing its people to rely more heavily on fishing and the modest but steady income from its trading port. Everything changed in 1966. After years of exploration, oil was discovered offshore at the Fateh oil field. This was the pivotal moment that would irrevocably alter Dubai's destiny. Unlike its neighbor Abu Dhabi, which had discovered vast reserves years earlier, Dubai's oil deposits were relatively modest. A little-known but crucial fact is that the ruler at the time, Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum, instantly recognized that this newfound wealth was a finite opportunity, not a permanent solution. My grandfather rode a camel, my father rode a camel, I drive a Mercedes, my son drives a Land Rover, his son will drive a Land Rover, but his son will ride a camel. This sentiment encapsulated his urgent understanding that the oil money had to be used wisely to build an economy that could thrive long after the wells ran dry. With the first oil revenues flowing in 1969, Sheikh Rashid immediately embarked on an ambitious program of modernization. Instead of simply distributing the wealth or building vanity projects, he channeled the funds into critical infrastructure that would support his long-term vision of a trade and logistics hub. The first order of business was to dredge the Dubai Creek, which had become silted up and was too shallow for modern vessels. With the initial oil revenue secured, Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum wasted no time executing the next phase of his master plan. world-class infrastructure to connect Dubai to the globe. His first monumental project, Port Rashid, opened 1972. The port eased congestion and increased goods flow. Even before Port Rashid finished, Sheikh Rashid planned something bigger. This became Jebel Ali Port, 35 kilometers from the city center. International advisors called it an unnecessary extravagance. Jebel Ali opened in 1979, proof of bold contrarian investment. Meanwhile, Dubai moved to conquer the skies. Dubai International Airport grew from a desert airstrip into a major hub. Aviation was part of a logistics-centric economic model. An open skies policy invited international airlines. That policy turned Dubai into a major transit point and paved the way for Emirates, founded 1985. Airport and seaport worked together as a sea-air logistics corridor. Jebel Ali required heavy debt financing and faced strong criticism. But calculated, large-scale risk on infrastructure proved decisive. With the foundational infrastructure of its port and airport in place, Dubai's leadership executed the next brilliant move: the creation of free trade zones, 100% foreign ownership, zero corporate and income taxes, full repatriation of profits. The first and largest was the Jebel Ali Free Zone, JAFZA. It was established in 1985. Companies could import raw materials tax-free, process or assemble them within the zone, and then re-export the finished goods without incurring customs duties. This can-do attitude, combined with powerful financial incentives, sent a clear message to the world. Dubai was not just open for business, it was willing to build the perfect environment for business to thrive. As the new millennium dawned, Dubai's leaders looked beyond trade and logistics. The next frontier was tourism, transforming the city into a global destination by creating iconic, headline-grabbing landmarks. The first salvo was the Burj Al Arab, opened in 1999. Marketed as the world's first 7-star hotel, its sail-shaped silhouette became an icon of modern Dubai. This was followed by the Palm Jumeirah, a colossal man-made archipelago creating exclusive waterfront real estate. Allowing foreign freehold purchases unleashed a torrent of international capital, triggering a massive real estate boom. The culmination was the Burj Khalifa, which shattered the record for the world's tallest building. But in 2008, this unrestrained growth came to a brutal halt. The global credit crunch froze capital, and the real estate market collapsed. Prices plummeted by over 50%. In November 2009, Dubai World announced it needed to restructure $26 billion in debt. In a show of federal solidarity, Abu Dhabi provided a $20 billion bailout, stabilizing the financial system. The painful crisis ultimately made Dubai's economy more resilient, shifting focus from speculative real estate to sustainable growth. After the 2008 financial crisis, Dubai refined its strategy, focusing on sustainable growth. Emirates became a top international carrier, and its airport the world's busiest for international passengers, fueling tourism and trade. Specialized free zones attracted global firms, and today oil accounts for less than 1% of Dubai's GDP. The Emirates' wealth is now generated by trade, tourism, aviation, real estate, and financial services. Dubai's transformation offers a powerful playbook for growth. First, use temporary windfalls to build permanent assets, like ports and airports, that connect you to the world. Second, an unwavering commitment to a pro-business environment, offering zero taxes and streamlined bureaucracy to attract capital and talent. Third, the courage to take large-scale risks and embrace ambition as a national brand. The final surprising fact: leaders began planning for the day oil would run out before the first barrel was even exported. Dubai's story is a testament that a nation's most valuable resource is the vision and will of its people.